Hello folks, and welcome to the Kingdom of Rohan and the Kingdom of Gondor. We are slowly working to restoring this realm. Last time around we gave them back Pelargir and Brethil, and we shall continue to, in such a way, support the Kingdom of Gondor in their war against Enedwaith and Mordor. Of course, we are also relieving them somewhat by plugging the gap here at Minas Morgul and at the Morannon itself, where a bit of a orc pile-up is taking place at the moment. Also, not to be outdone, Eoman moves to Lynn here, where the next goal shall be to alleviate Dol Amroth, because I find it very likely that Dol Amroth will, if not now, then soon come to blows with Enedwaith. That would at least be likely, in my opinion.
Your orders, my lord.
So that's kind of the state of the world. And as such, I think we are ready to give, well, this whole thing in a little shot. All I want to do is to check in on Dol Amroth, really, and how they're doing over here. Under siege by the Ardunaim, with a not insignificant force, I might add. That's going to be interesting, but I don't think they will fall to that army. They don't have a general, and that is usually the bane of an infantry army such as that. But yeah, so that's what we're doing. We're moving a bunch of troops around the world, training, retraining, mobilizing, and rejiggering forces here and there. Captain Iskaldor is, well, better spent elsewhere, I think, but maybe he just doesn't see it that way. There is, of course, Karasast and Minas Tirith between him and the regions he might want to support further south, but we shall see what he does when we end the turn. And so in the north, we are basically constructing a resilient heartland from which to draw in case of strife and emergency. Namely, if we just move a little bit this way, Khazad-dûm. I mean, look at that. 8,000, 1,100. That's, yeah, we are coming closer and closer to making 10,000 a turn from those settlements alone. Which is, of course, not completely inconsiderable, is it? No, it is not. No, it is not. And our school has been returned to Mordor. Sadly, we can't kill them permanently until that Dark Tower is demolished. Paul turns skilled in Minas Tirith. Yes, 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 yes. I want it in my face right now. Okay. So what do we have here? Well, here we have troops that need to go to Minas Tirith, and these guys need to go to a fort over there, whereas these can go to Minas Tirith. And here in Minas Tirith, do we have the highest level of? Yes, we do have a royal hall. Excellent. Yes, so we are at a peak production capacity when it comes to just training troops, really. Which is, of course, very nice. Esmond? Yes, wonderful troops you have. I guess you'll just have to wait over here. And you can stand there. And you can go to Minas Tirith for lovely, lovely upgrades. Don't really have any troops that of that kind that can be retrained. Oh, hello. The Ardunaim are knocking on the doors of Gondor, but there stands Argimilzor, the faction leader of the Ardunaim. He shall not go down without a fight, and it's a fight that he shall get. In a moment, of course. Oh, hello. Archers, archers, thank you, thank you. Rid of our cavalry, Arad, lancers, all is well. We have Black numbers all around. Foldberg. Let's send troops to the very stable tower. And then the rod. Mason's Guild House, please. You go in there. You retrain. Life is good. Tarnished. I feel that this place would be well served by an armory, so let's give it one. And Minas Morgul gets an apothecary, and this is fine. And then stables and all those lovely things. The culture is coming into its own, into our favor. Mordor seems confused as to what to do with this whole situation. There are 3, I repeat, 3 beaten and battered units, less than a whole unit in total, standing between them and owning Minas Morgul once again, but they have yet to take that to its logical conclusion, which is kind of amazing to me. And on and a rod. Did we just get? Yes, we did. We got some ballister crews over here, and they shall be shipped to Mordor. It's a long way for them, though. I'm not sure I want them to go through Elven lands, though. Do we have... Oh, we do have military access. Okay. Well then, by all means, move through Amon Hen. That's fine. And then Ebert, you can go for Captain DaC. Archers, Uruks, archers. Okay. I mean, this is just... Charge them, charge them, charge them, until they do not rise again. That is the plan. I tell you, my men, that is the plan. So, you guys just stay on the flanks. You won't be severely needed. 23 attack, 21 defense and defense. So 13 armor and okay. So the Riddermark cavalry have slightly better armor, and the Ered lancers have a shield. And of course the Rohan bodyguards are expendable, which is the most important quality of all, my friends. Alright, where are they? Over there. And first up is... okay. So, what we're going to do is line up cavalry on both sides. Something like that. And Ebert, you can just move over there. There are archers coming away. They're shooting at you. Ah, they're taking you down one by one. That is, of course, very annoying. I'm strafing slightly too close for comfort. But we shall absolutely do some wrecking ball damage. The best moments of their battle is now behind them.
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
I mean, this should basically see the army gone.
The enemy general abandons his men.
There we go.
Behold how
And there we are.
foe runs.
Okay, we lost some Riddermark cavalry, but hopefully we can get them back.
Be
Either way, we didn't lose too many. Heal 2 of the Roman cavalry. You know, I'll take that. I'll take that. So there are 54 left. That's good. So all in all, a pretty decent battle. Even though I played a bit fast and loose with it all. But still. The world moves on.
There is no glory in hiding like this, my lord.
And so do we. Goodbye, Mordor. You're not going to see those again.
We have triumphed.
And then Gelbrin. Hello. So we just besiege it until it folds. Oh, hello. Eoman held by Lord Lorien. Ah, I feel fortunate indeed. You can go to Minas Tirith, you can be retrained, and
How may I serve?
yeah, you are done, you're done, you're done. But you're also kind of getting some free upkeep status there, so I'm gonna keep you. Keep you where you are. Now going for the captain?
Yes, my lord.
Or going for the king? We should go for the king. And linear. Because Dol Amroth needs a serious relief at this point. And that would definitely be a bit of a blow. And next time we might have Mordor attacking us at Kaandros with some okay troops, I guess. With this being the army that is set to meet them. Okay, okay. That could be better. That could be better. But we'll be fine. We'll be fine. I choose to say we'll be fine. There's no alternative to it, really. So we'll be fine.
There is healthy respect between us, my lord.
Come on, Gondor. You can throw off Roy's wrist. Dol Amroth did throw back those bloomin' Ardunaim back to the fort here, apparently. Alrighty. And Mithras is looking pretty vulnerable. So, if we can really take this convincingly, then we might also be able to push on and take on Mithras and give that back to Dol Amroth.
Yes,
Let's see. Yep. I'm gonna get up in your grill, Gimmelzor. You have an army. Ooh, Seaward Spearmen and Gondor Infantry have joined your ranks. Ambrosian Squires even. Ah. It boils my blood to see the men of the West get under these banners. I had thought better of them, but men will always be loyal to their situation over their kin. It is a sad truth of the matter. Thor comes with largely inconsequential stuff. The guard, of course, you know, we don't want to be caught by them in any sense. And over here, it is really Gimmelzor, the Seaward Spearmen, and the remains of the Royal Guard and stuff. But I think, and Lord Urizir. But that said, I've seen worse. Let's save it, just for the sake of crashes. To be honest, you know, the back of my mind, it is always thinking, will this be the battle that kills this game straight to the desktop? Well, we'll see. Eoman feels so naked without an armor upgrade. But I believe the case was that he just couldn't get one for some reason because the game is bugged in that respect. And sometimes generals just won't. They just refuse to be upgraded or something. I don't know. He feels himself slightly too self-important for being armored, I guess.
The enemy have brought up more men.
Okay. Cavalry over there, no cavalry over there. Alrighty. Which means you guys run over there. You guys over there. There. And there. Right. And here is the supporting army. Well, they say army. But I'm not really convinced. I will show them the proper military drills. I mean, look at them. They're not even really coordinated. They're kind of just... Some are marching alright in formation, and some are just doing I don't know what. But your job, riders, sweet riders, you are to take out the Ambrosian squires. Okay, dokie. And we have managed to turn the attention of the entire army by simply moving around our general a little bit. That's interesting. That's very, very interesting. Maybe we should take just a couple here and just move them this way. And our skirmishers are drawing some missile fire. Interesting. Oh, hello. Alright, and then we have the Durba Whip and armsmen. Okay. We need to do something about those armsmen, so... Rid of our cavalry, that's your job initially. Gondor infantry, see what's spearmen. The Ambrosian squires are basically beaten back. That's of course quite nice. Okay, what's going on here? Armsmen and royal guard. Okay. I think our best case scenario for this is to charge into the side and then exploit an open flank. How are we doing? The traitorous squires are being dealt with. Archers, the double whip. Yeah, okay. Riders of the fold, you just move that way. It's fine. Oh no. That's of course a little bit of a setback. Okay, but we still have a little bit of a thing to exploit because now, I mean, of course we didn't do much against those bloomin' narrow royal guard because they are beasts of war with some of the heaviest armor and spear combination that you'll find in this entire bloody game. But, I say that, and still, we did make a little bit of a dent in them. Just a little one. Our enemies are coming in over here. Raiders, footmen, archmilitia, there's a guard, pikemen, blah. Okay. Ardunaim. Maybe those are the ones we should be focusing our missile fire against. And these guys, they need to go over here. Okay, how are we doing over here? Ardunaim advancement taken down a little bit, but not enough for my liking. We'll have to do something similar again. Fortunately, this time they have been separated from their spear-wielding brethren, and hopefully we can get a better angle for our charge over here. Okay, nice. That's another good 25 of them gone. And so we must once again give them a bit of a shake up. And these spearmen are poisonous. Gondor infantry? Not so much, but still. Okay. Boom. Pull out.
The enemy general lies dead.
Yes.
Let the crows have his miserable bones, and let our swords have his men.
Yes, yes, yes. And we took out a good bunch of them. Ha! Take that, armsman. Okay. What's happening here? Footman? Household guard. Oh, it's just bowman. Okay. So, we will need to, move these guys over there. Move these guys over there. And you can then do something to those. And then we have the Arthur Raiders, so let's pummel them with our Royal Guard. And Eoman, you can just come this way. Right, how are we doing here? Shooting the Ardunaim. Who is shooting back though? The Rohan bowmen. Okay. They need to go. Archer militia, go. Damn it, those guys are tough.
Defeat seems almost certain.
Nah, I don't know if I think that. It's going to be a tough battle, but we are doing well. What's going on here? Stress your raiders, and why are you at defeat seems certain? That's crazy to me. It's crazy talk. Oh, it's because some of you have been caught by the bloody seaward spearmen. Finest unit in my entire army, and it's being led with the competence of a dollop. Okay, you guys move on that way. You guys, we'll need to encircle the household guard here. You guys need to do something else. But you did take on a lot of bowmen. There are some of the guard over there. Let's move. You guys. Okay. How are we doing here? No double whip. 9 left. Good. This is much better. Yeah, all you guys. You need to move over here. There's 23 left. That's pretty good. It's not too bad. But, of course, we have lost a few riders for the privilege. Huh. Let's see if we can keep the momentum going, though. Gondor infantry, take them out. And hello. What's happening here? A run-in with the Ardunaim warriors. Let's take them out then. Lord, yes. Now both generals of that army are gone. So, yeah. Nope. Yeah, they're standing that against that charge with some fervor. Can't break that in that way. Not by merely brute forcing them. Ah, the Gondor infantry are running. And then we have the other household guard. Okay. I see. There's another double whip over there. Royal Guard, I think you can nip in and give them something to think about. Which would be very nice of you to do. How are we doing here? Air Lancers. Come toward those. Guys. And that way. Now do the guard. Okay. Now it's time to do something about the Naduzagar. While you guys are not really charging to the best of your abilities into the spearmen, are you? And to the best of your abilities is really what's needed there. So, how are you doing over here? You are embroiled in the household guard. I didn't really remember telling you to be that, so let's instead beeline out of there. You have routed the Nodubo whip. This is very good. Very good. Okay.
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
Damn, those guys are holding out really well. But the Seaward Spearmen are gone. That's really good news. Okay. Hello, raiders. Now, what was I saying about that household guard? I mean, it does look awfully tempting to charge into it, and I think you are the person for the job. And you have some really more cavalry with you. Ah, that was not exactly good, was it? I mean, it took out a few, but if we could take out the general, then we're doing good. Eh, he didn't really. Didn't seem to even strafe him with an axe, which is rather sad. Hello, skirmishers. There are some raiders over there that need your attention. No double whip. Okay. Yeah. Get away from the household guard, please. Break their formation, break their morale. That's how we do it.
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their
You are
men.
not going to last in that one, so get out of there. How are you doing? Ah, you're not doing well, are you? No. But you did manage to wound their general. Time will tell if he can also be killed.
The battle seems to be swinging in our favor. From such tidings does victory emerge.
Come on, just knock him on the head. You guys need to move away. How are you here? You doing okay? Do need to get you out there. And skirmishers. Okay, now we have you. That was the guard. Yes, take him out, please. And here we're just dealing with the final bloody general, isn't it? Oh,
Good
yes.
The enemy
And there he
general
goes.
lies dead.
Marines, yeah, they need to go. Halberdiers, that should see the end of the Marines. How are we doing there? We're doing good. You took out the Medusa Guard. And some archer militia remain. And that should break them. It does. Then we have the armsman coming in.
The battle is very much in our favor. Victory will be ours.
That should break the armsman. Or at least somewhat. Yeah, there we go. Okay, what's going on down here? That's that. Okay. Oh, yes. Halberdiers.
The battle is very much in our favor. Victory will be ours.
Ah. Yes, very nice. And then we have everybody just gang up on those Southern pikemen, really.
The enemy army flees the field. The
That's
battle is very
good.
much in our
And
favor.
then
Victory will be ours.
what else remains? Not another old guard. 6 of them. Give them a death blow, please.
The enemy are
That should do something.
vanquished. This is a great
Whew.
victory worthy of only the mightiest of generals.
This was by no means a cheap victory, but we killed their faction leader, and we took out a significant chunk of their forces in the region. And ours are replaceable, let's not forget. We have more troops coming in all the time. We actually have more by the fields of Pelennor than we truly know what to do with right now. So by all means we could send a nice little detachment over there. Oh, and the factionaire. Well, what happens if we execute him too? Numenorian king is dead. Enemy camp sacked. Relations improved. Okay.
An honorable,
And
glorious
the
victory.
Ardunaim faction is at an end. Excellent stuff. Excellent stuff. Well, with that sound defeat of the entire Ardunaim, it should give Dol Amroth a little bit of breathing space. With a single battle, destroyed an entire faction. I think that's pretty cool. And Eoman is turning into one of our greatest generals. Perhaps the greatest general.
Get me, you coward.
Now, this will do a couple of things. First of all, I mean, okay, it makes it so that we'll have to besiege Linnear in order to get it, but yeah, we can do that. It's fine.
As you command, we shall prevail. Yes,
Your orders, my lord.
your will, my lord.
First thing though,
My lord.
let's do it like that.
Orders.
That and that
Your will, my lord.
and that. And
My
then
lord.
with those,
Will, my lord.
those,
Orders.
all those. They need to be retrained. And that is what we're going to do. The Ardunaim had been growing, and then that's what that graph is going to show. How lovely.
Your will, my lord. Orders. Your will, my lord. How may I serve? Orders. How may I serve? My lord. Orders.
Yes, my lord.
Looking at all this,
Your orders, my lord.
I'm kind of thinking we should send some forces
My lord. Your will, my lord.
up here.
By your command.
That is one productive turn, though. You can go into that fort.
We have your will, my lord.
You can continue
As
to
you
break
wish.
Nas.
We can go no further today.
Yes, my lord.
Galmod.
With honor.
Go to the very stable tower. You can't be retrained. Oh, bugger. Well, gambling. You need to go
Camp here.
Yes, my lord.
and take over Breaknas.
Yes.
Your orders, my lord. Yes, my lord. Your orders, my lord.
Svefrid. You can head to Duned.
Yes, my lord.
Frelof. Yeah, you can go to Dunrach.
Your orders, my lord.
We shall continue.
Why
tomorrow.
not?
Yes, my lord.
Windfuller.
With honor. We can go no
Head
further,
toward the
my lord.
very stable
We
tower.
shall continue tomorrow. How may I serve
Very
you?
much the nexus of our recruitment at the
As you
moment
wish.
in this region.
Your will, my
We have some ailing archers. They need to go this way.
march to exhaustion continuing.
Your orders, my lord.
Then we have Aldor. Oh, the thing is, when we get through the Black Gate in 9 turns, we will need to have an army there that is capable of pushing Mordor back comprehensively. So maybe that is what we are gathering here right now. So we have Aldor
Yes.
over here. Oh, we have... Okay. I could see 2 armies forming from this. Because we do have enough troops for quite a bit of fun. Royal Guard. Yes. Quite good. Quite good. Okay, so we will make 2 armies, one heading to Eledwyth and one heading to Mordor.
Your orders, my lord.
Orders. Your will, my lord.
These guys are with my cavalry, they can go over here.
Yes. Orders. Your will.
And then... Shall we end the turn?
my lord. Your will.
I think we shall. And so, Jochenstan comes under attack by Captain Nazur. Yeah. We got defenders, we got heavies, we got a few archers. Do we have defenders? No, we don't have defenders actually, now that I think about it. No. But we have troops enough, we shall deal with these. They come with Lokin as Rim, who are mounted, and they shall die because we have spearmen at the front, and everything's good. So let's just get going.
Muster your courage, men. We march into battle.
Needless to say, they will flee, they will fall.
Our foes appear to be gaining the upper hand in this battle.
They will fall, flee, and fall. Okay. Jochenstan himself, 12 attack, 13 charge. It is pretty damn decent, isn't it? We don't really have any archers facing us today, do we? No. So I feel completely confident in riding out with the Jochenstan. just to have a go at whatever we find. They come. What do we have here? Spears. Spears. Morgul chosen. You can stand something like that. That'll give you a good angle down at the gate and a fine angle over the gate. So, Rudamarg Axeman, you stand ready to deal some heavy blows with your heavy axes. Peasant Militia. Eolet Footman, stand over here. Eolet Swordsman, come and you stand over here on the left. And then we have some Eoling Axemen. And some Eoling Spearmen. Over there. Yep, that's a team, and we're probably not going to be able to charge down their general, but he will charge in, and so we will get him regardless. Ah, Morgul Chosen coming after us already. Just look at that. Battle's barely begun, and we've already taken down 100 of them. Smash. Okay, your Constant is paying a bit for this tactic, but I mean, look at it. 13-14%. It's downright fantastic. You guys can stop your shooting at the moment. We'll open fire again upon entering, or upon the enemy entering the settlement. Which they will now. And boom!
The walls are no longer ours. The enemy have taken them.
Alrighty. Go for the look in his rim, please. Go for the look in his rim. Okay, they have made themselves a little bit of a foothold in there. And so we shall try to cut them down with archers. Go on, Yorkastan. Get your fellows out of there. Or at least as many as you can. So how are we doing on their general? He is sitting here relatively comfortably, although bleeding from the head, so I suppose he can't be that comfortable after all. We have Orc Maulers coming to deal with our general. Well, may I applaud your choice, good orcs, to come out from the city in aid of attacking a moving target. We should just ride them around a little bit until their general falls, upon which we shall break them. And that fall of their general should happen pretty soon. Huh! Our towers are even picking off their orc maulers. That's pretty humorous. Okay,
Only half the enemy force
I guess we don't really
remains.
need the death of the general in order to break their army.
Our men have slain the enemy general.
Ah, there we go.
Without him, his troops will
Then
lose
one
their
charge
will to
should
fight.
be all that we need. There we are, that's that. At least I think so. No, they still got a fight in them until we press them a bit. Good. Then, yeah, swordman. Behave rationally, please. We have routing. We have routing. We have routing. We have wavering. Yeah, this is not going to last long, is it?
For the moment, the fortune of battle goes our way. Let's pray it remains as such.
The fact that we have over a fifth of our army left and the enemy is practically defeated tells me that it probably wasn't that close after all.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Riddlemark Axeman, you are a perfect foil for this enemy, so I want you front and center. Also, you are not as tired as the rest of them. Ailing archers, move to the back. So, time to hack and slash.
The battle is very much in our
And
favor.
my
Victory will be
goodness,
ours.
do you hack and slash.
Behold
Wonderful.
How our cowardly foe runs. It's time to press the attack.
Yeah. I think, yeah, we're done. We're done.
Our foe is utterly vanquished. Let all who remember this day
Swordsman.
remember it
And the
as
Riddlemark
day
Axeman
of
came
our
in
most
at the last
glorious
count.
victory.
With just an extra little 80 there. Good to see them doing good. And that'll then give us a time to get some qualified infantry in there. Maybe retrain the troops we have and making it a truly impregnable fortress. Goodbye, Mordor.
Honor,
Ah, finally.
victory.
They come with crap, though. Ah, okay, they don't. Nah.
Fall back and regroup.
That buys us another turn.
Further today.
And that buys a Skiliath, or Gondor, another turn for taking a Skiliath. Ah. Rebels come. I mean,
We attack.
okay. Come right this way, good men. Come right this way. I promise you. I shall give you joys in dozens. Okay. So, well, we have some troops. They have some troops, and now the twain shall meet. Come, my friends, come, my friends. There is much to do on this field today. Many folks to be routed. Many men to slay. No, he didn't charge properly, but I think we'll take him
If we
take them
continue
down
like this,
regardless.
we
I
will
mean,
smash the enemy.
just look at all this. They're already starting to rout. We're just rampaging through their ranks like
Only
they
half
don't
the enemy
even
force remains.
exist.
Good tidings. Behold how our... This is a
Two
clear
lost.
victory.
Could it have been done better? You know, I don't even think so. Air Atlantis 172, and they do also gain experience. Woohoo! And they also caught almost 200 prisoners, which is very good indeed. So, with all of this in mind,
We have triumphed! My lord, our courage and honor have conquered.
sack the place. Then we'll see if we want to deal with these rebels, but after that, Umber has been lost. The Ardunaim are in decline. Don't know how that happened. Maybe it was something about me destroying their entire royal family in one go, but I don't know. Sorry about that, folks. Yes, this royal guard needs a masterwork chainmail. Certainly does. Done it. Yeah, I suppose we could use a bit more anti-corruption legislation in this place, so a royal hall for the passing of such would be good.
Yes.
Prayer love,
Yes.
in you go. Prepare for government. Tharbad gets a barracks. This is very, very nice. Phenom is upgraded. And there are some troops here that do merit retraining, aren't there? And just campaigning in general. Maybe we should just get King Eoman out of here. Since it is a backwater. The backwater of backwaters, really. And Prince Airfrid also. Yeah, he needs to get a life. He can't be stuck in Goblin Town forever. He's worth to us more
Yes.
on the fields.
Yes.
And the battlefields in particular.
Your orders, my lord.
Making camp here.
So we take those out, but I mean, it
Yes.
doesn't really make much of a financial difference. They're going to
Tomorrow.
let's send them to Catadum. It's a fine place for retraining folks such as these. Because in 3 turns we shall have advanced blacksmiths over there. Some troops training here in the very stable tower. Good to see, good to see, good to see. You go to Foldberg. You go to the very stable tower. Come on. Thank you. Yeah, Royal Guard, very stable tower with you over there. The Riders of the Fold being retrained. This is good. You can go to Minas Tirith. Now Karandros. A little bit of retraining here. Wouldn't go amiss. Galvin, we're besieging it. Yes, very good. Eastern Osgiliath is on the siege as well. Now, in support of Middle Morgul, actually, one is almost tempted to send these guys, because then they can be retrained. These can go to Minas Tirith for retraining.
Orders, my lord. Your will, my lord. Yes.
They can then go to Karandros.
My lord.
So we have a little bit of a
As you wish.
an exchange going, an exchange of troops.
Not possible. Orders. Your will.
These guys can go to Calenhad.
Yes. We can go no further today. Orders.
Captain Oswald,
By your command.
you'll be retrained immediately, actually.
Your will, my
These three
my lord. Yes.
will
Your
go
will,
there.
my lord.
And you can go into Henneth
We are
Noon.
victorious. We, my lord, orders. By your command.
Minas Tirith. Retraining. And then training.
Your will, my lord. Yes. We can go no further today. March to exhaustion, continue, my lord. As you wish. We can go no further today.
You go to Earbird.
Your orders, my lord.
Orders. Yes. March to exhaustion, continuing later.
You know, these guys actually need to go to Calenhad.
We can go
That's
no
where they
further
could be
today.
retrained. There's Riddermark Axeman. Speaking of Riddermark Axeman, hello gambling.
Yes.
To Breckna as you go.
My lord. Yes. Orders. By your command.
Because he's about to field the greatest assembly of Erling archers
Yes. We can go no
in the
further
history of
today.
Middle Earth.
Orders. Your will, my lord. As you wish. March to exhaustion, continuing later.
Your orders, my lord.
And at the same
My
time,
lord.
Yes, my lord.
Aldor
By your
will
command.
field an
Joining
army of
forces,
cavalry
my
the
lord.
likes
Merging armies.
the world has probably
Orders.
not
Orders.
seen for an age.
By your command. Joining forces, my lord. Orders.
Your orders, my lord.
Yes. Make Making camp here.
So I'm thinking that this army needs to journey through the mountains here and aid Gondor a bit more directly, closer to home, if you will, because they will need that. And then gambling will strike at the heart of, well, what used to be the heart of Edithwaith. Now it is Caris for some reason. But anyway, Alkford is still an important settlement, and we shall take it with our hordes and hordes of Erling archers. It's going to be great. Don't you even doubt it. It's going to be fantastic.
Your will, my lord.
My lord.
Orders. Yes. Your orders, my lord. Orders. Your will, my lord. My lord. Your will, my lord. By your command. Orders. Your will, my
Your orders, my lord.
my lord. My lord.
And of course, it is very likely that Lungor will come at us, at Minas Morgul, and try to take the settlement. And it is just as likely that he will actually succeed and take the settlement.
Have a taste of my blood.
If he does, well, in that case, we shall merely retake it. That's all we will do.
Yes, my lord.
Orders, my lord. Orders. My lord. Your will, my lord.
You guys need to go to the Black Gate because you'll need to hold it before too long. So will a bunch of infantry units. And we shall train them here. We shall train them everywhere. Oh, and oh, we can get a ballista. That supersedes a lot of things these days.
Orders. As you wish. We can go no further today.
Your orders, my lord.
So, we have a lot of troops on the move.
My lord.
And it is wonderful.
Yes. March to exhaustion, continuing later. Your will, my lord. Orders. By your command, we'll make camp here.
I guarantee you, what comes next is not going to be dull. Well, at least I shall try my best not to not make it dull. Some Erling axemen here at Aldburg, that might be a good idea. Then one, the Riders of the Fold can just move out, and two, we might actually need such. But for now, we shall need to end the episode where it is now. So I think we're in a very good place overall. We have successfully curtailed the Ardunaim invasion by cutting off the head of the snake in quite literal terms. Lord Exterion can now reassume the mantle of Mithrast. And Linear, of course, is ours. And we shall want to give it back to Dol Amroth.
Yes, my lord. Yes, my lord. Your orders. Without question.
Post haste.
Stopping here.
But the first thing
I will only address you in battle.
of the coming episode shall be that we quite simply
My lord. Orders.
attack and defeat Nimruben over there.
As you wish. We can go no further today.
I respect you, my enemy.
March to exhaustion, continuing later.
Because it is needed.
Be gone.
He has created chaos in this kingdom for too long.
With honor, I will only address you in battle.
And if he shall only address us in battle, then we shall address him in kind.
Shall engage.
So tune in next time when Eoman and Nimruben get to know each other a little bit better, you know? But until that time, have a lovely, lovely day. Subscribe if you dare. You know, it does help out the channel if nothing else. And, you know, like your videos, be good to yourself, all that good stuff. Captain Total Waffle considerably out.